All right. All right. Hi, everyone. So today there was actually a mix-up where we kind of mixed up the stream keys, and so I have actually been building a calculator for the last hour, and it wasn't live. So yeah, sorry about that. It's an hour late, but I'm still gonna build the calculator. If you don't know me, my name is Gwen. I run a channel called Faraday Academy here on YouTube. And today freeCodeCamp has nicely let me continue my series of streaming all of the freeCodeCamp projects, but built in Vue.js. And you can find the link to the repo for all the projects. It's right in the description below. Specifically today, I'm building the calculator project. And so let me just give you the breakdown real quick. So the calculator is, of course, one of the front-end projects on the freeCodeCamp site. And I'm going to be building it with Vue, this library called Math.js, which basically helps with, mathematical operations in JavaScript. It can give you a safer evaluation function, so you don't have to use eval in JavaScript. And I checked the source code. It doesn't use eval under the hood, which is good. And it also helps you with rounding errors, using different types of numbers like big num, stuff like that. Bootstrap Vue, same thing I used last week when I was building the drum machine, just for a little bit of styling. It's a lightweight styling library. And then here is not really a mock-up, but this is actually a screenshot of the calculator that I built for the freeCodeCamp curriculum 5 years ago. And so I'm pretty much following the same pattern, except I'm making the buttons look more digital and modern, but you know, it's almost the same thing. So, by the way, here's my code pen, and this is the calculator I built back in 2015. So let me just see real quick, make sure I can see the chat. Yeah, so this is a calculator I built way back then, and I was checking, for so long I didn't want to look at this code. I just didn't want to see it. I was like, oh no, what did I write back then? But basically I'm using jQuery, and where is it? I'm using JavaScript's eval function, which if you read MDN or any of the other documentation sites for JavaScript, they'll all say don't ever use eval because it's not safe. So I'm not going to be using that today. I was just trying to, I guess, look at what I did back then. But yeah, only so many ways to do a calculator. Now, since the stream accidentally started an hour ago, I'm kind of starting in the middle, but not really, because basically the only thing that I've done so far, or the only things that I've done, are I started the Vue app, so Vue create, started a new Vue app. I installed Bootstrap Vue, which I set up here. Where is it? In my main.js. I have to, of course, import the library, use Vue.use to set up the plugin so I can use all of the components with Vue, and then import the styling. So I imported Bootstrap and Bootstrap Vue. So that was what I did for setup. In my app file, I added a container and a row and a column just to center the calculator on the page. And then in the actual calculator, feels kind of weird to start in the middle, but I'm redoing all of the JavaScript here, so I'm going to start from scratch in the actual calculator JavaScript. So the buttons are actually inside of a card, a Bootstrap card, and I have the output screen and this container with all these rows that contains the buttons. And so last week with the drum machine that I built in Vue, I used divs to kind of make the buttons look like this. as square. But someone pointed out to me that actually for accessibility reasons, I should be using, actual HTML buttons and not just divs. So I changed that today, and for the calculator, I'm using actual buttons. So I guess for screen readers and stuff, it'll be easier, much, much better for navigation. All right, so that's pretty much it. And then for styling, I just have some styles, pretty basic, setting like height and width of the card, height and width of the buttons, so they all look nice and square. Bootstrap kind of made that easy. And then I'm also using Bootstrap's colors. They're variant warning colors for these orange buttons. If you don't know, I'm sure so many calculator examples are built like this, but let me open the Mac calculator. Oh wait, it popped up on the screen. So the Mac calculator looks kind of like this, and it's pretty much the same. So orange operations, and then they have, darker colors here. So kind of mimicking that a little bit. I'll probably update the styling a little bit later, but for right now, I'm just going to start adding in the Vue.js JavaScript. So yeah, hopefully that's not too confusing to start with. It's not really starting in the middle because it's mostly just styling that's been done. And now for the JavaScript, I'm going to have to add, basically I'm going to have separate operators. Oh, let me pull up the calculator one more time. So I think this calculator does it. So let me do and so you can see the first operand, right? The 54 I typed in, and then I hit the operator, which stays highlighted, and then I start typing in a second operand, which comes up on the screen. And then I can hit equals, and it will evaluate the operation, the expression. So so I'm going to use the same basic method here, and I'm going to store these variables in data. So let's see. Hi Quincy, thank you. Let's see. I have operand. So I have operand, or I'll call this first operand and second operand, unless someone has a better idea. And this is going to be a string because it's easy to append numbers onto a string. I think that will be the easiest way to do this. And then I need to store the second operand separately as a string. And then I also need to store the operator, which will also be a string. And then basically I'm going to be displaying the first operand unless the second operand value is not null. Then I'll be displaying that one. And then when I run the evaluation, or when I hit equals, that will evaluate the expression into the first operand value, and then that will be displaying again on the screen, and it will wipe out the second operand value, if that makes sense. So let me try that. So I shouldn't need a separate display value. So let's see, methods, and I don't actually think I'll need like different methods for add, subtract, and that sort of thing, because this math.js library has kind of a cheat method. So yeah, if you can see this, math.evaluate, where I can just pass in an expression. So I'm going to make my own multiple operators. I don't think so, because so when I use this calculator, I mean not this whole left hand side, but when I use the basic calculator, 7 times 9, and then if I hit another one, it evaluates already. So I don't actually need multiple operators, because now if I hit minus, it just ran the evaluation, and now I can subtract. And then if I hit another operator, it runs the evaluation, and so on. So yeah, so I don't think I do. Oh, the order of operations. Yeah, so maybe that's version 2 then, if I want to have order of operations capabilities. So you can type in multiple things or a whole expression or something. Maybe that'll come later. So let me start off this way then. And plus, if I have all of these stored separately, I guess if I wanted to do that way, I could make an expression string and then just append everything into one string and then evaluate the whole thing. Yeah, let's see how this works. Let me do eval, make my own eval function. And so what do I want to do? Oh yeah, let me import the math.js library. Oh no, first. Okay, so I have eval. Let me set up all the methods first. So I have eval. I also need an append number, which isn't just number because it can also be a dot. So I can make floats and stuff. So append character, I guess. Should I call it that? And this is actually the first method I want to set up. And what this will do, will take the operand. Right now I'm just going to work on the first operand, and then I'll set up the logic to handle the second one too. So this will take this dot first operand plus equals whatever character I pass in. And then for append character here, I can call that method via an onClick. So let's see. Yeah, I highlighted all the right things, so okay. And now escape, insert, and now I can just add @click to all of these buttons, and it will be append operand. No. What did I call it? Append character. Append character. And then I have to pass in the character, which is different for each one of these. So I won't even put a placeholder there. All right. And here I'm going to pass in 1. Oops. And here is 2. Here is 3. So used to the shortcuts on a mechanical keyboard. And I use this default, just a plain keyboard for live streaming. So it's a little bit different. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, I do want append character on these other ones too. Okay, I'll fix that in a second. So here is 0 dot. And actually for the operators, I don't want append character. So I'm gonna change that. Oh, it doesn't like that I'm passing in a dot without. That has to be in a string. Okay. All right, so, oh yeah, and then I need to display it in the screen here. So, like I said, right now I'm just working with the first operand, so that's all I'm going to display for right now. So first operand. Cool. All right, so let me take a little pause and fix the styling inside of here. So let me realign this with Flexbox. Let me look for Bootstrap's Flexbox characters. Okay, so Flexbox options. Let's see. Visibility. I don't think I'm in the right thing. Let me look again. Oh, Bootstrap utility classes. Here they are. So, oh yeah, because these come from the regular Bootstrap library, which I also had to import. So, border utilities, flex utilities. So it's taking me to the actual Bootstrap documentation. And flex, display flex. Okay, and I think, let's see. Oh, this isn't a row, so this doesn't have display flex by default. So let me do display flex here. And oh yeah, because I have to put stuff in there. And then I want to do align item center and then give it some padding. So let me do padding first. So padding of just on all sides of 2, which I think is something like 8 pixels. Okay, so that'll bring it out from the left side. And now I want to center it vertically, which should be align items. So align items. So I'll do align items center. So after flex, align items center. Okay, cool. That looks better. I could make the font a little bit bigger, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I will have to show more than the first operand, but I'm just setting up the first operand so I could get appending working. Okay. But now, okay, so with the dot, I need to handle that special. So if someone's trying to pass in a dot, they should only be able to do that one time. So let me, also it's kind of annoying not having a clear button. I might just add that and then figure out how to fit that in the calculator after. Let me put that after the code. Oh no. Oh, let me just add another row then with just a clear button for now. And then I'll rearrange the buttons later. So let me add this row at the top. And because this will be an easy method to just do. So clear and what will this be? AC or just C? Yeah. All right, so because as I'm working, it's going to be just convenient to have a clear option. So clear, and for right now, just for the first operand, so I'm just going to set that to an empty string. Okay, so if I have this here, all right, so that clears the value. And it does look kind of weird being like on the lonely space up top. I could make this display block so the button goes all the way across. Oh yeah, but it gives it a width of 100%, but the width is already set. So let me inspect this. Rules. Yeah, because I set the width in a scoped style. So I could overwrite that. So btn block. So since this is SCSS, I'll just nest a style in here. So and dot btn block, and I'll do width 100%. Okay, so now the clear button, and let me also make that orange real quick. So let me do a variant, which will be warning. All right. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so now I have a clear, and oh yeah, for the periods, I need to have some logic around when and how you can use a period. You can only use one decimal point in a number. So I have to search for that. So let's see. In append character, I need to check. So if this dot char is a period, then I have to do basically let me just nest an if statement. So if this dot first operand dot contains, so if it already contains a period, then I'm gonna do this dot, I'm basically going to do the same thing as here. So I'll append it only if it, if it doesn't contain it. So I need to negate this actually. So if this dot first operand contains a period, if it doesn't contain a period already, then append the period. Otherwise, do nothing. I don't want to give them a warning or anything. So let's see if that works. So 3.8 point. Oh, it's still doing it. So let's see. Okay. So there's no problems. Let's see. First operand, if it doesn't contain a period. So I can, maybe I'll do a debugger. Sometimes when I'm live streaming, my debugger doesn't work too well, but let's see. So if this dot char, this dot char, man. Okay. So yeah, it's the because I want to check against the char that I'm passing in. So let's see if this works now. Okay, well, now it doesn't let you ever put a period in. So if this dot char equals period, so let's just see if it hits the log statement here. Let's do let me go to console and make this smaller. Oh wait, it does have, this dot first operand dot contains is not a function. Okay, so I think that's my issue. And I thought there was, let's see, JavaScript contains. Okay, so there's, oh, is it includes? I think it's includes. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. So includes. I think that's the method that I want. All right, let's see. Point. So that's not working. Well, it's getting here anyway. So I need to find out what this is. So let me send a debugger here. Too many what? Too many period? Yeah, I know. I should only have one in there. So let me do 1 period. Now it should pull up that method. Okay. So it's that first operand includes. So I should be able to see. Wait. The first operand is 1. And then I should be able to see. Let me step over. Step over. Yeah, char is that. So this expression, I guess it shouldn't be evaluating to true. If not, let me see. Let me get rid of this statement and just log it out. So console.log, and I think maybe my logic is backwards here. It adds a period if there is already any period at all. It's skipped. You need to put the outer append. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So I need to wrap this in else. All right, thanks. All right, so now it's still doing it. Why is it adding 2? Did I add it in else? If the character is a period, I'm wondering if this method is getting called twice, because now I'm doing, okay, so inside of append character, I call append character. If the character is a period, then it should just run this if statement. I don't think it's a misplaced else though, because it should only be running this if statement if the character is a period. And then inside of that, I run another if statement. If it already includes that, then don't run it, basically. So this else should be working. That's weird. If else, that's the right JavaScript syntax. So if char is period, then why is it running the second one too? Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't have any other place where I'm appending. So let me just log out. Or I guess this one I'd have to do just a string to differentiate it. And then here, no, I don't think so though, because this is only checking if it already includes a period. So I don't want to append it, because then I would be doing the same thing in the if and the else statement in here, which I don't want to do. Oh, let me see. Okay, so let me clear that, clear this. Okay, so it's logging out that, and now if I do period, yeah, now it works. Okay, I think I just needed to refresh it somehow. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, so now I have just the first operand appending. So now if I hit an operator, I need to store these operators in some kind of operator, or I need to store them in operator. So now I need to make here, let's see. Yeah, so I think that's it. No, that's good. Okay, so I'll do @click, and when I click, I want to just straight update the operator variable. So operator will equal whatever operators inside of this button. So for the first one, it's going to be a plus sign. And let me put these on more lines. Okay, so the first time for the plus sign, I set the operator equal to plus. For this, I set the operator equal to minus. And then, which one is this? Oh, for times, I can set the operator equal to that star symbol. And for divide, I'll set it equal to divide. Okay, I think that's right. And then equals is going to have its own. I'll just go ahead and change equals to eval, even though I haven't set up that function yet. Okay, so I think all of the functions are correct now. Let me look in the Vue DevTools. Okay, so in Vue DevTools, I'll look at, oh yeah, I want to look at my calculator component. So inside app, calculator, and then when I click on these, it's not doing anything. Okay, do I have an error? Let me refresh. Okay, so when I click, oh, that was weird. When I started clicking on the operands, it updated the operator too. Huh, I wonder why it's doing that. Because I'm clicking on these buttons, but when I click on the minus sign, the operator still says plus until I hit another button here, and now it says minus. I think that's just a matter of refreshing in the Vue DevTools. So let me hit times and then refresh. Yeah, so that's just a refreshing problem in the Vue Dev Tools. Okay, so let me see if they let me zoom in yet. No, they don't. Okay, Vue Dev Tools still doesn't let me zoom in. Oh well. Okay, so the operator is getting saved. So now if the operator exists... Yeah, I know. Sorry, Tom. I can't zoom in unless maybe I zoomed in via this. Does that... I don't know. I'm waiting for the screen to update. I think I probably have like a 10-second lag, I think, right now. So, waiting. I don't know. That zoom doesn't work. Oh well. Alright, so let's see. Maybe light mode? No, I think just in Firefox in general it doesn't work right now. Because I switched to dark mode not that long ago, I think. It was on one of my live streams where someone suggested me to use dark mode. Yeah, Chrome DevTools. I should set up Chrome. My Chrome doesn't have any extensions right now. I just use it for UI testing, that's it. So I could set that up and, just use Chrome. Maybe I'll have that for next time. Okay, so what is it? Okay, so I have the first operand. I have the operator, and now if the operator exists, actually I want to make a function for the operator because if there's no first operand, I don't want to set the operator yet. But I'll worry about that in a minute. That'll just be a known bug. So the second operand, if the operator exists, I want to start working on the second operand. So what I'm going to have to do in here is set the current operator. So const current operator equals let's say this dot I need to check. So if this dot operator exists, then the current operand if this dot operator exists, meaning if they've already hit like plus or minus or something, then I want the current operand to be the second one. Otherwise, I want it to be the first one. Okay. And I'm going to put this on 2 lines so it's easier to see. And I thought maybe that's just in Python. I thought I could... Alright, so I can still put it on 2 lines, but I'll just do it here instead. So I'll do the parentheses here. Yeah, that works. Alright, so if the operator has already been typed in, then the current operand will be the second one, otherwise the first one. And so now I need to, and I think I can just mutate state from here. And actually, let me do let here, not const. So I think now, because this should be point, oh no, it's a string value. So, So first operand. So I wonder if this is going to be, it's not a pointer. So I wonder what is the best way to update this then, and to set, if the operator exists, it should be the second one, otherwise the first one. And I kind of don't want an if statement inside each one of these. So yeah, I'm not sure. Definitely in the output screen though, I definitely want, if the second one exists, I want to display it, otherwise the first one. So if the second one's false, it'll display the first one. So that was... Now let me think about the logic here. So I want to do... I need to pick the current one, set current operand to a string, and then... Yeah, that will work. That will work, actually. That's a good idea. Okay, so I'll set it to a string. So let me do, yeah, just a string. And then yeah, and then here I'll do this. So I'll do this current operand. Thanks. That's a good idea. And then I want the same logic in the else statement. So there. Okay, and that will be the same as like this dot second operand or this dot first operand. Are these spelled correctly? Yeah, current operand. Just checking spelling here. Okay. So that should work. So let me see if that works actually. So let me do 25 plus. Sweet. That's good. Let me see if they're saving in the right places just to double check. In calculator, yeah, I have them all saving in the right places. So then technically in eval, I could just do, let's see, I could do, well, let me import the function that I want, the math function. So I want to import evaluate from math. So yeah, math.js. So up here at the top of the script tag, I can do import evaluate from math.js. And now in eval, I can just use evaluate, and then I need to pass in a string, so I'll just add these strings together, concatenate them. So first, it's going to be first operand. Oh, it has to be this. So this, actually, because I'm using this 3 times, let me pull them off of this. So const first operand, second operand, and operator equals this, and then I'm going to concatenate them with, just make one big string. So first operand plus operator plus second operand. Yeah. Okay, so evaluate, now I have to store this somewhere. So this is the logic, so I'm going to have to do this dot first operand equals the result of the evaluation, and then I'm going to set the second one to be an empty string again. And oops. And then the operator, the operator to also be an empty string. So I'm going to reset those two and set the result to first operand. Yeah, let's see. Let me do that. All right. So 12 plus 3 equals 15. Sweet. And now if I do it again, I should be able to, oh no, 18, 21, no, it's adding every time. It's not resetting the operator. Why not? Let's see. The operator is blank here, so that's weird. I need some water. All right. So the operator is blank in the DevTools. Let me give a hard refresh and see if it's just buggy. Plus 6. Okay. And now if I try, okay, yeah, now I can append. And now minus 6. No. Yeah, so there's some things going on here. And now clear doesn't work. Maybe I have a error? No errors anywhere. Let's see, 23 plus 3 equals 26. Okay, that's good. Let's do plus 5. That's good. Equals 31. That's all good. Let's do minus 3 equals 28. Okay, everything's good so far. Now let me add an append a number. No. What happened in my DevTools? Refresh. 31. 34. Okay. The operator is blank. It's an empty string. I keep refreshing. It's an empty string. The second operator is blank. First operator is 41, so it should append, but instead it's adding 3. Oh, I think I know why. Okay, so this is evaluating and becomes a number value. So I think, JavaScript. Okay, so I think because the result of evaluate is a number and not a string, so then in JavaScript's mind, so I have 44, the number, and then I'm adding 3, the string, so it thinks I want to add 3, the number, so it parses it as a number and adds it. Of course, if I add a period, okay, yeah, and now I don't have the includes function because now first operand's a number. So I need to change this to string, basically. Yeah, so parse int, oh yeah, so it would be toString, I think, at the end. So toString, and think that's what I have to do. I don't think I have an str function like in Python. So let's see if this works. Yeah, that's one thing about types in JavaScript. Let's see. So 12 plus 3 equals 15. Now if I do, yep, okay. Minus 5 equals, okay, cool. So that all works as intended. That wasn't, didn't take as long as I thought it would. Yeah, and then divide by 9 equals, oh yeah, so now the rounding in JavaScript, because I think if I do, let me do 10 divided by 4, which should be 2.5. It is 2.5. Okay, so no problem there. I think there are some numbers where it doesn't round, or there are some numbers where it doesn't round quite right. Maybe the math library is taking care of that for me. So yeah, so is there anything else I should do? I should probably do some cleanup, like when I do plus, like when I hit one of these symbols and it's current, I need to set the class. Also, I don't like that it gets rid of the border when I hover. So let me fix some of that, some of the styling stuff. So on the button, let me do and hover, because I'm using Sass. And so when I hover over the button class, I want there to be no change in the border. So border 1 pixel solid, I think. Oh yeah, and then I have to set, I do need to set the color, because for the dark colors it defaults to white in Bootstrap, so I'll have to set black. Cool, that looks better. And now let me see what class it's adding to make the color darker, because then I could set active, that as the active operator, I guess. So let's see, hover, so let me set the hover state on plus, and what styles is it giving me? Oh yeah, it's just basically darkening the color, and I think it's doing it in Sass, so I don't know exactly the percentage that it's actually making it darker. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to come up with a percentage, because Sass gives me those color classes, so I can do and hover. So when I hover over a button, I'm going to set my own background color is, but then I should set a variable here, I guess. So let's see, what's the regular color? Oh, the regular color without being hovered over is orange. So let me set these variables in Sass, and I don't know if I can do these inside components. I guess I can, because I'm just writing regular Sass. So let me set a variable called orange, and orange is that color, and then, oh, it did not like that. Oh, because I didn't set the background color. Okay, so now I can do $orange. Yeah, and oh wait, I'm hovering over all these. That's not what I want. Okay, so button. Okay, let me do the other variables. So let me inspect this and get that gray color. So here's the gray background for the other buttons. And I'm going to put that in a variable too. So I'm going to call this dark gray. And there we go. And now, so the button, now I'm going to have to set the background color of the buttons to be default of dark gray, and then if it's BTN warning class, then I want to set the background color as orange. Okay. So now it should be overwriting those colors, and this will let me, oops, and this will let me do hover classes now. So now I can do darken, use the Sass method darken, and what was the other, oh yeah, I pass in the color first, so dark gray, and I think there's a way to access the relative color here, but I can't remember how to do it, so let's do darken it by 10%, and if it's a warning one, then we can oh yeah, so basically be doing the same thing. Get rid of the border, and then I'll do orange here. It might be a little bit more than it was. Okay, and now, so this is on hover, and now I want that same, well, I probably don't need 10%. Let me just change this to 8%. It's a little bit extreme. And now I want that same thing. Basically, if the button is active, so if I clicked on one of these ones, one of these four, then I want it to stay active, I guess. So let's see. Let me do, so I need some kind of special operator class here, a class on the operator buttons, because clear, has warning, but I don't want it to stay active. So I need like some kind of, I don't know, I'll do a class of operator here. And okay, so let me paste that and paste that, and then okay, so all the operators have a class of operator now. Maybe I didn't arrange this Sass the best way, because this darken color I also want if if, so yeah, this is more code, I guess, than it should be. I might look up a Sass shortcut for this. So anyway, if it has the class operator as well as button, then I want to also change the background color to be darker. Background color, and I want it to darken. So, oh wait, oh yeah, I only need this operator class in button warning because I don't actually want it in the other one. So yeah, that will work because I only ever want it for dark orange. Of course, I could save dark orange in a variable too. Oh, wait, only if it's active though. Active. Okay, so maybe I'll have the class called active operator, and then in my class I'll make this a dynamic class and basically only set that class equal to, so let me make an array here, or let's see, an object. Yeah, I'll make an object and I'll give it the class active dash operator. Oh wait, this will have to be in quotes because it's hyphenated. Only if I'll give it the class active operator only if the operator variable, and this is where prettier is nice because if I have it set up correctly on save, it just formats all my code for me. I don't have to do any of this. Okay, so if the operator is the /, then I want this button to be set as active operator. So let's see. Yay, now it's active. Cool. So I have to set this up for all of them now, basically. So, and is this that different? No, I just have to update this. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing, actually. Paste. 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 And, okay, let me get rid of that. Oh yeah, get rid of this button. And, okay, so now I have all of those, and now I just need to update this because I pasted it in. So this is multiply, and this one is minus, and this one is add. Okay. Well, oh, it's the same thing in these. I forgot about that. Oh well. So that one's add. This one, active operator, is. Oh wait, why do I have be call around that one and none of the other ones? I should get rid of that. I will in 1 second. Let me finish doing this. I was wondering why it was a different number of tabs in Word. Okay, so do that, and now let me get rid of this column here. So V, oops, wrong button, there. Okay, so 32 plus, yep, and now it's active, so it's a little bit darker. Plus 6 equals Yeah, and now it goes away after that. So now if I do minus, it stays highlighted. Minus 52 equals negative 14. Okay, there are other things I could do, like, instead of having this clear the whole way across, let's see, it's after 12 already. Instead of having this clear the whole way across, I could put other buttons like that sign button. Is that even on the math calculator? Yeah, changes the sign. So if I have an 8, I can change the sign to -8 or +8. I can change it into a percentage. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. There are some known bugs, like you can hit an operator before anything is in there. So I should make an operator class, really. Equals. Okay, so it would be 0. So, yeah, that's what I should do, actually. I shouldn't change the operator at all. What I should do is, if there's no second operator, no first operator, then can I do this? Yeah, I can stack ors. It should be 0. Yeah, so it's 0 now. Cool. So it would be 0 minus 6 equals -6. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Change the colors on click instead of hover. I do need some kind of hover, like hover state. But now if I click on it, it stays in that state. So I know that it's active, basically. Okay. Until I hit the equal sign. Now when I have, like, let's say I have plus 6, and then I do minus, it should evaluate. If I try to hit a second operator, it should evaluate. If you click a number after an equal sign, it starts calculating a new math problem. If you click a number after the equal sign, I'm not sure. So after the equal sign, so if I hit equals and then another number, I mean, it kind of, I guess you start calculating. You mean you can somehow make a math expression here? This calculator isn't up there yet. So you calculate one problem and instantly start a new problem. Isn't it doing that though? Maybe I'm confused at what you're saying. But like right now that I hit equals, I start a new problem. Equals. And then the new problem, because it's reset to the state it was at the beginning, except the first operand equals this number. Windows calculator. So let me actually, so when I hit a second operator right now, it doesn't work as intended. So when I hit, if I do +3, now if I hit a second operator, it needs to run the eval function before and then store the second operator. So how am I going to do that? I think this is the last thing I'm going to do in this stream, because I was streaming for a whole hour before it went live, so I talked about a lot of stuff, thinking that I was like, man, the chat's really quiet. Alright, so let's say, oh yeah, so this operator equals, I need to make a method. So I need to make some kind of method here called like update operator, and okay, update operator, and then Oh yeah, I'll have to pass it in here. So operator, which doesn't overwrite. I mean, this is kind of confusing. Maybe I'll call it, oops, I'll call it OP here, because there is a this dot operator, which is on my component state here. Oh, num plus num. Yeah, I'm not gonna have it, I don't have time in this stream to do like a whole expression. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is for right now. But if you want to make a PR to the repo and fix the code, you are more than welcome to. So pass in the operator, and I will set this dot operator equal to the operator that I pass in. So now let me copy this method. And now I'm gonna change it here. So update operator, the method, and then do the same thing for all of these really. So all right, update operator, yeah, for minus, update operator. That'll give me more control over what I do when I update it. Update operator. Alright, so now I have update operator. Let me just make sure that's working. Wait. Yeah, I did that right. Okay. I forgot what I did for a second. So now that I have update operator, so now inside of update operator, I can check and say if this dot operator, so if there's already an operator set, then I can run this dot eval, call this dot eval, evaluate the expression, and inside of this dot eval it's going to clear the second operand and the operator. So then after eval, because they've already typed in a second operator, I want to go ahead and save that after. But if there is no current operator anyways, I want to save the operator. So I think this will work. Yeah, I haven't pushed the code yet. I will in just a second. Let me do 23 plus 5. And now instead of hitting equals, I'm going to hit minus. Cool. So it ran the operation, and now it stored the second operator. So now I can have another second operand. So 5 times 6 plus 3, and you get the idea. Okay. Okay, so it's running evaluations as I'm going. I think that's pretty good. There can be some improvements, but I think overall it turned out pretty well. What do you think? Yeah, I'm gonna do a commit. So is there any more cleanup I need to do? Any useless, I can do small cleanup like that. And I think I'm not using border box, that style. One style. Box sizing, yeah. Let me see if it still works. Yeah. So I think that's the last thing to clean up. Maybe we'll find more stuff later. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Alright, so let me stop the dev server then. Thanks. Does anyone have any questions, comments, statements you want to make about this calculator or Vue or anything? Let me go up a directory because the Git repo contains all of these folders. So my Git freeCodeCamp projects Vue, I'm going to do git status, and I added the calculator app. I already have a git ignore file, that's good, so I'm going to do git add, just add everything. Git commit -m code from live stream. Thanks, Kumar. Code from live stream on. I can't believe it took me an hour to realize that my app said I was live, but it wasn't actually going to the freeCodeCamp stream. So sorry about that. Git commit -m code from live stream on July 10th. July 10th for me anyway. Git push. Now let me see if it updated. Oops. If it updated. Yeah. I think overall this, yeah. So now I have the calculator app code inside of here. I think overall this one turned out much, much better than my old one. If you want to see my old code, I'll post it in the chat here. You can take a look at what I was doing back in 2015. Just eval all the things basically in jQuery. So yeah, definitely come a long way in development. I think I was trying to do some object thing, but I couldn't get it to work or something happened. I don't remember now. But yeah, there's my old calculator and the new calculator. Much better, cleaner. Not great. The styling's not great, but Bootstrap helped a lot. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream today. Oh, what is the theme? Oh, real quick. Let me go to the theme. This is a plugin that someone suggested to me during a stream, actually. So where is it? Where is it? It's Pale Night theme. It's this theme. And I thought it was kind of weird, like a lot of purple at first, but it's growing on me. I think I'm going to keep it for a while. So yeah, it's a great theme. What was used VS Code to highlight that code block when you wanted to change indentation? Oh, I use Vim. So in VS Code, I use Vim. Where is it? Vim key bindings, basically. So if I'm in, like if I'm on this line, I can press Shift V and it highlights the whole line. If I want to highlight part of a line, then I do V, and then I can W over or B for back, highlight different things. V, and then I can go up or down with J and K. I can go down many lines at a time. Yeah, Vim's great. I recommend it. And it makes it even better when you're using it in VS Code because you get all of the VS Code shortcuts and then you get the Vim shortcuts too. And if you use Vim enough, you know copy pasting in Vim can be a real pain going from file to file. But in VS Code, I think it makes it a nice development experience to use Vim inside VS Code. So yeah, I have enjoyed it a lot. Especially using a mechanical keyboard where I can kind of set up my keys how I want and then set some macros like multiple keystrokes saved into one key where I just press one key and it does a bunch of things, which is fun. So yeah, thanks so much for the stream. You should check it out. If you have any questions or something, leave them in the comments below and feel free to reach out to me. I also have my YouTube channel, Faraday Academy. You should check it out. I do lots of Vue and Python content over on there. And I hope you all have a great day. Take care.